Alright everyone, welcome back. I figured we would continue exploring the various things in the desert, and then move on to the scary volcanic area off to the right. Because that looks like it has cool stuff. That's kind of all the justification that's necessary, so that's all that I'll give. If you notice an increase in the quality of the graphics, that is because I finally realized that my computer was not using my GPU, and that GPU cost a fair amount of money, so I told my computer to start using it. So we are now on epic quality graphics. Oh, are these antelopes? I was thinking iBox or something. Yeah, so we're back out here in the desert, and I have two repair equipments. So if necessary, we will get back to that. Okay. Well, I guess we're not exploring that place. Which I guess means we're going over just the scary volcanic area. One moment. This is the underwater. That looks like some kind of shark. But it is big and deep, and let's go up for air. Crystalline depths. Can I hold a torch? Yes. But it does not illuminate things. Let us traverse this as fast as is reasonable. Why did I do this at night? I thought it was day. It was night when I got to the desert. How is it already night again? Cool looking stuff. Scary looking sky. Burnt skeleton soldier. Okay. These fellows seem to have pretty good AI. Keeping an eye on the right, and he's seen me. Okay. So for right now, I feel like I'm safe because at any moment I can just jump into the water. Yeah, Praetorian. Nothing notable has ever been called Praetorian. They did make a comment about increasing knockback on things. Or increasing things' resistance to knockback. Hey, hi buddy. I'm going to start eating now. Charred woodlands. I don't think there's much wood left. Yeah, that's probably the best time we've used that charge ability. Thank goodness these small skeletons don't do much damage. But I've already sunk like 30 arrows into this guy. Okay, and that's Cobalt. 5, 5, and 9 health. Sure. So that was definitely expensive to kill. But hopefully that's not too common of an enemy. Are you threatening? Yes, you are? Wow. Okay, but I can just swing at you. For light hide and raw beef. Cinder wastes. Well, let's keep fighting skeletons. Might as well get used to their combat, or combat with them. Something tells me they are endemic to this land. The general vibe that I'm getting from Hytale is that there's been a whole civilizational collapse. And now things are just a lot of undead. Okay, adamantite. That's one of the fancy armors. I think that is the fancy armor that I had a mind on preferring. I don't remember what the other prerequisites, the other costs for it were. But we will probably find some of those ingredients in this area. Is this the front door? Burnt skeleton archer. Okay, looks like this is a pretty serious area. Burnt skeleton knight. So, the other thing is, these are all considered memories, or I'm remembering something about these. So I do wonder how that plays into the lore. Cobwebs do not slow. So arachnophobia warning. No, okay. So I guess there were no spiders. Small ancient chest. Okay, fancy hands. And a very strong sword. Signature energy plus 20. This had also plus 20. So this has 30 more durability, which means that I can repair it twice before it has the same durability as the steel sword. Gauntlets. Greaves gauntlets. Okay, so we're getting a bit more defense and health. As long as we can inch our way through here. I don't remember the damage numbers of the steel sword, but this doesn't seem like it's doing a lot more. Glowing mushrooms. A sign that says nothing. And steel greaves. And more gauntlets. Shoot. I don't know if I want to fill up on a bunch of ancient steel items. But I also don't know if they can get recycled into stuff. What an interesting vista. The land almost seems too bright over there. I don't know. Missing something in, like, macro texture. Trees look fine, but... But I'm no designer. I just fall from heights as an excuse to eat food. Okay, that was my fault. Okay, let's find more skeletons. Now, another thing that was in the development log was that the axe, the chopping block that we had found last episode was not intended to be a functional item. So they've removed any semblance of functionality from it. So, it is a decorative now, and nothing more. Let's take the opportunity to set bed. Okay, so you can't have respawn points too close to each other. That feels a little silly. But I suppose, why are there multiple respawn points at all? Okay. Well, I think I've cleared out this place pretty well. We've gotten some cool armor from it. But let's keep moving through this land. Oh, shit. Okay, let's keep moving through this land, but a little slower. Okay, health seems to come back 2 at a time. Just a fun fact. Not one that I was planning to learn right now. Well, our respawn point would have been close, but... Jeez. It's a good thing that little ledge was there. I suppose I could have made my own ledge, but... Yeah, that's not where my mind was going at that moment. My mind was going to find the closest block of safety, and then get to it. Let's heal for another moment, and then we can engage the scary horse. Oh yeah, and fun fact, blocks do not place if you hold down the right-click button. You have to click each one individually. Okay, so the horse is not interested in us, but the previous ones, the living ones, had not been either. So, that is not a surprise. I'm wondering if the underground here is notably different than the underground in other places. Yeah, I'm sure I might expect lava flows or something. But maybe it also has more adamantite or cobalt. Or is it just a pit leading down to a cyan flower? Okay, I won't discount the caves yet. That was a pretty small one, but I will not make it a priority to explore another for a little bit. Unless we happen to fall into one. Okay, I can ride you. You seem slow. I also don't want to ride this directly into lava. That would not be much better. I feel like we're coming to the top of a volcano. Okay, just I don't even know what you would call this. But a caldera doesn't seem quite right. But I guess the general depression fits the description. Okay. Small village might be interesting. If we can figure out how to get down from here. Okay, I'm now fighting 3 soldiers, which I did not want to do. Yes, just come back up to me. Things will be fine. Do they just walk away when they can't get to me? I mean, I guess that's reasonable, but... Okay. I had started fighting these, well, because they saw me, but also because I wanted to make the part of the village safer before I went into it. More Greaves, and something behind me. But, oh my goodness, there are so many. I don't really feel like I'm taking much damage from each of these individual hits. So I don't feel threatened. Maybe I should. More gauntlets. Okay, I don't really want to lose the time that I've just cleared out, but let's get rid of some random ingredients. Goodbye, previous armor. You know, thank goodness for this backpack, but... Okay, well, let's keep on pressing in. Okay, so that's the third, probably, skeleton mage that I've seen. Let's soften it up. Wraith. Okay, that's not so terrifying. I would feel more comfortable in this environment if I had a few friends with me. Just kind of the number of enemies is concerning. Yeah, these gunner. Get back here. I'm not letting you clink at me forever. And these are just kind of the raw spawns of the area. Or at least that's what I feel like it is. Okay, I do feel like I'm getting better at combat, but... Okay, what else is here? Bunch of crates with berries that have lasted for who knows how long. Yes, this is the thing that is no longer usable or interactable. And so, what are we doing now? Is there a good direction? Maybe that way? There seems to be one big island. Maybe see what those gold-tipped places are. Okay, let's get some wood here. I think I saw something about some items might need different woods. So, in an attempt to not have to come back here, or just a few planks, let's find some trees that will not drop everything that they have into the lava. And pick some up. Okay. Unless the spawning prerequisite for these is that they all just want to drop their logs into lava. Okay. Raw pork. Undead chickens. Yep, you seem hostile. And this seems like a good candidate. This is quite a curious ecology to consider. trees that have just been burning for who knows how long? Why is there so much wood over here? And undead chickens? Well, I guess the trees can be undead too. You know, there's nothing... no rules against that. I wonder if the tree destruction rippled around a lot. Is that iron, or is that going to be like silver? Ooh. Silver. I'm not quite certain what I need silver for. I've probably seen something with it, just not remembering. There I am, running in different places. Okay, 100 some logs. Light leather, silver. Let's get rid of this rubble. And there is another forgotten temple gateway. Well, we can check out that. Okay, there are petrified logs here. You know, I'm not going to question the free wood, because so much of it just goes to cooking the ores that we get. But it is going to start filling up my inventory a little bit. And this seems like a very nice tree to cut down. Maybe we will be able to take advantage of the Forgotten Temple to teleport between, because we did get +1 teleporters from our memories, and the closest thing to a teleporter we've seen is the Forgotten Temple, so hopefully that will let us teleport back. And then we can, at a minimum, drop off all of these items. Yeah, okay, nearly 100 wood is very nice for that amount of effort. Wow. I wouldn't like to clean up those roots afterwards. Can we move through here? Okay. Some surface ore. I'll definitely partake in that. It is a little odd how the ore is so closely associated with the block of its type. What, you have it? That the adamantite only seems to come out of that one type of stone, even when the stones around it are a different color or shape. Okay, I'm going to prioritize the Forgotten Temple. Okay, a bleached hound. Okay, seems like the thing I had pinged was the Forgotten Temple. Oh, don't tell me there's like an uber undead golem down here. That would be really annoying. I will gladly take a cobalt pickaxe, though. Okay, and we can test what that scraps into. We have a bit of health regen going on. Okay. Okay, that was probably just closed off from terrain generation. Yep, definitely seems to be something down there. I'm not going to be as scared of it as I was the first golem, but I'll give it a bit of caution. Is there any good way down here? No, like, these were the stairs. So. We have food, we have gear, we have health, and we have health regen. Terrifying. Absolutely horrifying. What the absolute heck? Why can't I craft? Okay. Let's craft a wooden chest for a moment. And that chest is going to flop down. And swap it with that. And that. And... Sorry. Immersion breaking from the daring adventure because valuable loot is falling on the ground. Just a moment, Mr. Golem. Okay. Well, I don't know if I would have found that naturally. But goodness. Alright, I don't need to make the full stack up. And we can just start using a better bow. But what caused it to collapse? Like, what kind of stone is that? Oh, it's just like rubble. Well, that makes this entire fight very terrifying. What the heck? That if I break a stone here, it might all go tumbling down. Now, who builds temples on grain silos? Ember Golem. Did I already fight one of these things in the basement of Nope. Different golem. It seems to receive a lot of knockback, though. Okay. And red fire shards. Yeah, this place is going to be much more difficult to clean up than our home temple. What is in here? Greaves, cobalt, silver, ancient steel. Oh, these are cobalt greaves. We're getting better all the time. And let's see what is in here. Okay. Question being, do we go back to that one? Yes. Well, let's explore this place just a touch more to see if it gives any hint as to the teleporter mechanics. Do you sell teleporter ingredients? Teleporter recipes? Berry bushes? I should probably buy those at some point. Record another 29 memories. And then we can craft things at the Arcanist's workbench. Why would we get teleporters before we are able to craft them? And we need 13 more memories for it. And then the Arcanist's workbench. Okay, well, I suppose that gives us our answer. I'm not enthusiastic about running back. Well, one minute. We can test something. This is theoretically the same place it was last time, right? There aren't multiple mysterious floating castles or temples in the sky. And if it is the same, then that means I can drop things off here. And frankly, by all means, it means that I should just move my crafting and equipment all into here. And the developers have decided this is a no building zone. Shoot. Okay. Okay, I'll take a minute to sort out things. And just figure things out. Alright, so I've made my decisions. This seems like a lot of miscellaneous or limited use stuff. The health potions are probably useful, but the food does plenty. Yeah, I'm generally not hurting for health, and when I am, I don't know that I'm going to be beforehand. So it turns into an item that I just never use. So, as useful as they might be, they are of no use because they will not be actually used. And then we can choose to go anywhere. I'm sure that has some interesting creatures. But I want to see what this is. And then we can loop back around and go towards there. Or, I don't know. But yeah, back out into the desert. And that marker is there. And it is nighttime. Yippee! The lava will glow all the brighter as it burns me. Is that gems? Okay, more things to fill my inventory. And cobalt. Yes. I want to press B for backpack. Someone should probably make that into a hotkey. Okay, you three. Sorry if this is dark. So while the enemies don't seem to hurt each other, I think the archer was just shooting into its friend's back, which at least blocks the arrow. Okay, and cobalt. And there was some more cobalt or something. Yes, this. This poor sword. Already so damaged. I am engaging in fights a little bit excessively. But not by much. I've already gone through the 70-something arrows I had. So. It's also that things are a little bit more difficult to kill. And maybe they are costing more durability since I attack them while they're blocking. Who knows? So just coming to this area is a load of resources. Something was making noise. Like a shimmery fairy noise. Okay, I guess it was the ore dropping. I have to keep moving, but not move too fast, or else I'll fall in a random pit of lava. while also trying to avoid all of the enemies, but also while collecting as much food as I can, or as many ores as I can. I think it would be good if the stamina potions gave stamina like while sprinting or something, or like while blocking. I could see that being very useful, because 50% stamina, well, you kind of recover that much while you drink it. So is it just trying to be like a full stamina restoration? And it's not. Or is there a way to gain significantly more stamina that I haven't, like, significantly more max stamina that I haven't discovered yet? But I don't know. I haven't even drank a potion of it. Charcoal. There's charcoal laying around. Well, I suppose I don't really need the charcoal now that I have 200 some fire and petrified wood, but still. How fast was that attack? Hey, buddy. Thanks for holding off for a second. Oh. Okay. What is this? Sand? Ash? Ash and sand. Classic. Looks like sand, feels like ash. Okay, so I'm trying to... Of course, I would pick a place on top of a mountain of lava. Being able to ping where you want to go is definitely helpful, and I'm coming up on it from the worst angle. Yeah, the whole compass thing definitely aids in the adventure. Let's see if we can't scale this easier. I mean, 2-block jumping is also pretty nice for climbing things. Oh, goodness. Okay. I'm so going to regret going down here. Ooh. Oh, cool. Well, there's stuff underground. And right, I'm not going to get out that way. But maybe that'll be another exploration. because I cannot fall all the way down there and expect to survive. Yeah, there's no water bucket clutching in this game because there's no water buckets. Salt. And then we're just gonna go out this way for now. Is there anything cool? Let's check this oasis. Hello, swordsman, spearman. Okay, another house. I could keep running around until I find a purchase or something. Chest plate. Oh, it is a purchase. I could keep running around until I get that purchase. But I think it is time to leave. You know, easy choice, just make a steel one. Kinda just move on out. I'm not sure where else I would go to explore. That kind of seemed like the high threat area. But I don't know. There obviously hasn't been... You know, I've kind of only gone in one direction so far. And this looks like another memory to be had. So... I'm not going to bet that I am done with stuff yet. Badlands. If there is an undersea worm, I'm going to be very disappointed in the originality of the Hytale developers. And this is thorium. Okay, well, thorium was that other ore that I hadn't found yet, so. And a dead-end cave. Okay, let's get to the highest point. Looks to be about here. And I guess I'll just head my way out. Not a fan of using my pickaxe like this, but... Okay, here are some bad lands. That is another forgotten temple. Let's go beat up its golem. Do you roll at me? No, you don't. Okay. I was thinking of a Terraria tortoise. But glad that crisis is averted. And what are you? Armadillo. That seems very big. And you. probably poison me. Oh, really? You just fly up there? Okay, and topaz. So I'm not interested in getting into combat with any more of those wasp buzzards. Might as well see these enemies first. Or flamingo and enemies. Nope, same old guys. Same very old, very dusty guys. Okay. Just realizing, sometimes it's very difficult to see which item I have selected, depending on the background of the UI. Or, that is, what is behind the UI. Chest. Not much useful in it. And a very similar design, but much drier and dustier. I'm just gonna... Gold ore, copper, Gurgis. Got some more rubble I can toss away. Well, I guess I can compact some of those. Anyways, not the excitement that I was impending towards. Hello, thing. Okay. More crystals. And since we know what's on the other side of that portal, and that it won't get us back home, I'm not super worried about testing it. Right, I keep trying to hit B. Okay, single block of volcanic cobblestone is not more valuable than leather. And okay, let's recount our memories and try out this stamina potion. Okay, let's get to the end of our stamina. So, like, I'm in combat, I'm blocking, I'm out of stamina, potion time. Okay, so stamina does regenerate while holding a shield while you have that potion. Cool. Tooltip does not describe that. Yeah, so I guess if you are finding something tough or you end up in like a 5v1, then using a stamina potion can allow you to survive. The Void's Curse keeps Orbis locked away. Your inventory has a limited number of memories. Okay, you can only store up to 48. I wonder if that was accidentally maxed out last episode. Anyways, this seems like a fine place to end the episode. We've searched through those volcanic lands and now have a pretty... Let's see. We have better armor, backpack, whole host of fancy ores to sort out. There's that limited stacking again. and it's just a question of dropping everything off, getting back to bed, and well, let's see about either farming the Arcanist's workbench or the Alchemist's workbench. And, you know, just kind of start collecting records, resources for those, or what have you. Any mobs here? No. Okay. Well, I will see you all later, and have a good day.